Hello everyone, it's Shane Conta, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Carmilla. And this is based off of the novella story, not quite sure, gothic novel, at least that's what IMDb says. And this is a film that I got through my DVD service. I have a little DVD club through Film Movement, so I get to see some of these really hidden gem kind of indie films that are coming out this year through this. And I enjoyed this film quite a bit. And it's very small scale, little period piece that is influenced by the novel. And it's about this young woman named Laura, played by Hannah Ray, who's with her family. And they find this girl, and her name is Carmilla. And she's brought into the home, played by Devrim Ligno, and it's about this budding connection, this budding romance between these two young women. And there's a lot of tension and building between the two of them, very sexual tension. And this is written and directed by Emily Harris. And Harris has such a fine handle on the tone of this film and how it's all put together. The cinematography for this is absolutely gorgeous. This is a beautiful looking film. It really captures the time period. Harris weaves in these visions, these nightmares, however you want to call them, that are extreme and symbolic and quite gruesome, honestly. Very gruesome. There's blood and guts in quite a few of these scenes, and obviously they're up to interpretation in terms of how they're building up the themes of the story. They're a little abstract, a little weird, so they could be potentially a little alienating at points throughout the film. And something very interesting that Harris does is there's a bunch of interludes of insects and just doing their thing and very close up, so you see all the graphic details of these insects. And the sound mixing is so poignant because they have all of the of these bugs, and they're so loud. You're sitting there being bombarded with these bug sounds, and you're just like, ugh. And it really sets the tone and this eeriness and something atmospheric and off-putting about this environment. And is there something off about Carmilla? Is there something supernatural about Carmilla? And there's a lot of blood swapping between her and Laura. And it's just, there's a lot of mystery. This film is just drenched in this atmosphere, this strange euphoria. And throughout this film, there's not a lot of plot points. It takes its time, it builds up, it builds that tension, and you see these two young women who give very committed performances build up to this certain point, and all the way up to a tragic and emotional finale of this film, and you're on for a ride. Now, is this the most well-done film? Is this something that's really going to stick out to me as one of the best of 2020? No. But I really enjoyed the atmosphere and the journey that I was taken on throughout this film. I was buckled in and ready to go. And I enjoyed this film quite a bit, and I'm glad that I got it in this DVD club, because I think a little film like this could really gain a lot of traction from word of mouth, and I think it's worth checking out. It's creepy, it's unnerving in that way, and I think the film, in its effort to do that, really works. And building that budding relationship with that tension, I think really works in this film as well. But in the end, I think Carmilla is a really solid, well done, influenced by novel adaptation. But let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.